Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with my YouTube channel. I have an idea of kind of what I want to do, but trying to get myself to put it into a way that makes it into an understandable concept seems to be something that has been giving me trouble. I noticed that I have this issue with the way that I visualize ideas. So I don't think in like straight lines. I think in like word bubbles, or how would you say, like brainstorm bubbles. I don't know how you would describe it, but like my thoughts in my head, they're always just jumbled up, but because they're all together, I understand it. But when it comes time to me trying to explain it, it becomes very difficult for me to organize it into a coherent line. So I always have difficulty in figuring out exactly how to say the things that I want to say or do the things that I want to do. Now, a few years ago, I discovered that if I just wrote everything down, like just take out the whole word jumble or the idea jumble in my head, put it down on paper, and then reorganize it into something that makes sense, then I could make what I want to do make sense. Now, it takes a lot of time to do that, but I find that that's the only way I can get myself to make sense in terms of what I want to do. So I've had this idea for my YouTube channel for a while now. I want to do art, I want to do creativity, I want to try new things. That's what I want to do. But all the ideas, they're just so jumbled up in my head that I couldn't figure out exactly how to put it into a concept that made sense in a way that I could make a schedule, like Monday is this, Tuesday is that, whatever is that. So, but I was also avoiding making, the word bubble, or rather putting it down on piece of paper, because I always find doing that is just so much work, because I feel like it's just adding extra steps. So I tried for the longest while to just try and just get the ideas out without organizing them. And as you can see, my channel, if you've gone through it, you don't have to watch the videos, but if you look at all the different ideas, the different the different video ideas, you can see that I have been struggling to just conceptualize exactly what I'm trying to do. So I am stubborn. I admit it. I don't like to give up, and I like to keep trying because I want to know that if I stop doing the thing, it means literally I have exhausted every option. That can be a good thing, but it can also be a pitfall, and I recognize that, but I am still stubborn. So it means that even though I recognize that, I still ignore it. So for the last several months, I've just been doing this. I've just been randomly doing random stuff instead of doing what I know works, which is to put the ideas down into a word jumble and then organize them. But I have decided now it's not working out, and it's just leaving me feeling frustrated with not being able to do what I wanted. So I did exactly that. I put all my ideas down and I organized them. And I think finally, I think that I have an idea of what I want to do with my YouTube channel. So what I want to do is I want to do new, like I said, I want to do new things. I want to work with art, mainly art, but I want to try new things. So what I've decided is that I'm going to do 3 videos a week. One is going to be character sketch, so like trying this new, like just a general art style, art illustrative style, where you just draw characters. I really want to try that style. I really want to become good at that. Second thing is I want to do painterly styles. If you've listened to any of the videos where I talk about watercolor, I really like that style. I really want to learn. So, but I don't want to do it with actual watercolors because I will never get good at it that way. I'd like to do it digitally. I feel like it would be more encouraging to me if I tried it digitally rather than manually. So the second set of videos will be me practicing, because it's not just landscape style. I want to try the painterly style. So I want to first start doing it based on a landscape style, but I also want to be able to do it where I can do anything in the painterly style so that it will still look realistic and painterly, you know, with that rough looking texture. I love that. And there's something also about, I like when I watch an artist build a beautiful piece from a sketch. So the difference is, the first one is traditional like digital art, where they do a sketch and then they get a new layer and then they draw over the sketch, refine it, and then they get a new layer and then they do the flats, blah 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 blah. So you know that one layer, next layer, next layer. But then the next style I want to do, the painterly style, is where you just have one layer. You start with the sketch and then you paint over the sketch and then you paint over the sketch again until it becomes beautiful. That's what I want to do too. So they're very opposite styles. They're completely different. But I want to do them both. And then eventually I want to be able to combine the two. I don't know how or if that's even possible, but maybe I can combine the two. So for now I'm doing those two. And then the third thing I want to do is to try new things. So that means I want to be doing 3 videos a week. Now, I think 2 videos ago I said I was going to be doing 2 videos a week, and I have yet to do that. I'm still doing just 1 video a week, but that's because I had yet to organize my thoughts. So I did make all the videos. I have all the videos created, and you can see that they're jumbled up. Some of them are a little bit more refined than others. You'll see in the lineup of videos that I'm going to be posting. Some of them I made a long time ago in preparation for doing 2 videos a week, but the problem was that I hadn't organized my thoughts, and I just felt very frustrated with the progress that I was making, or with what I was doing. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like what I was doing, so I ended up just posting 1 video each time, but making a whole bunch of those art videos. But now that I have an idea of what I want to do, I feel more excited. I feel finally I can breathe, and I can do exactly what I need to be able to do. So what you're watching right now is me attempting my first attempt at that painterly style. Obviously I kind of went back to the the line art digital style, because you can see I put the line art in there, but it was me just trying it out just to see if I could do it. I became a little bit of a coward by going back into the line art style, but I still made the whole thing with the painterly style, and it showed me that indeed, yes, I can do it. And now I'm excited to try more. The whole point of this video you're watching right now, I was supposed to be making a banner for my YouTube channel, but while making the video, I just kept thinking, the channel name is Cactus Belle, but these are cherry blossoms. What does that have to do with Cactus Belle? It doesn't. So at one point I was even sure I was going to just give up on it, but I decided not to, because I really wanted to complete it, just because the point of the video had 2 purposes. One was to prove to myself that I could do the painterly style, and 2 was to create the channel art or the banner. But even if it ended up being not the right banner and I ended up quitting, then it would have felt like a failure on both ends. So I decided that, yeah, okay, it's not right. I just randomly picked a random looking design, and I just didn't put any thought into it, but I would like to at least complete it. So what I ended up doing was I decided to put a random cactus somewhere in the front. It will pop up eventually, and I use the same colors as the image, like the same colors within the same color scheme within the picture, but the cactus just looks so random. It was just like cherry blossoms and then a random cactus. I'm just like, no, that looks dumb. So eventually I just removed it. I thought about it a lot, and I just decided that instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to consider this as my first attempt at trying the watercolor painterly, not watercolor, sorry, the painterly style, and I will upload it as that. And instead of just randomly picking a random video or random image as my banner, I will actually put some thought into it, which again goes back to the first point. Put some thought into what I'm trying to do before I do it, because that is how I work. I try to just do things randomly, but I don't work that way. That's just not how I operate. So anyway, that was the whole point of this video. Expect more from me like this. I'm going to be using this channel mainly to practice, honestly. If you're here because you're expecting to see somebody be amazing, you're not gonna find that. What you're gonna find is a newbie learning. That's all I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to become better and better, and I feel like having a schedule where I'm forced to post every week, even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3, will help me get to the level that I want to get to. And I know most people start when they're young, and I regret that I didn't start when I was younger, but I don't believe that there is a limit in age or time when anybody can start doing something. If you want to do something, the only person holding you back is yourself, and I've decided not to hold myself back. I want to learn, so I'm going to do it. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video and for listening to me talk about my thoughts. I hope you liked the video. Please take some time to hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.